Hello, Goat. So this is Yara. I'm your ESG consultant, and now we're going to talk about the value proposition of OGB, the main buyer persona that we have globally, and also the customer flow, so we can understand better how OGB works and how we can really sell it properly. So we have the value proposition that it's very important for us to understand it because we need to know what Global Volunteer is, what we do, and how we do it. So basically, this says that Global Volunteer is an international experience for young people who seek to develop themselves while they are contributing to the fulfillment of any of the sustainable development goals. And our value proposition is made of three basic benefits, which are the cross-cultural experience, which is about living abroad, meeting new people with similar ideas to ours, and also expanding our contact network to all the world. And the other one is develop yourself, which is basically living in a challenging environment to develop leadership skills, personal skills also, and improving our languages skills. And at the end, we have the diverse projects, which is to find different types of projects and organizations also that care about changing and improving the world. So we need to have these three benefits very, very clear, and we need to understand what is our value and what is the value that we have as a product. So this can help us to understand better what we need to offer to our customers, and we can have then align signups and align EPs. Then we have the buyer personas, and I know that you already have your local buyer personas, and that's very, very cool and very helpful because you need to have very clear what kind of people will buy what you offer, right? So here I'm going to present the global buyer personas, which may have things in common with yours, but it is also important for you to understand them and to adapt them. And I also want to clarify that these are the global buyer personas that we have, um, but we have different personas. You may see that we have three different personas, so you can also have more of one, right? So you need to explore your market and you need to search for historical data so you can align what are gonna be your personas. So the first one that we have is the travel enthusiast. So basically, this is a person that likes to travel, to discover new things. So as you see, we need to focus on these um, six topics. So we need to know what is the background of our EP. So we need to know what is the field of education, the year of education, the expertise that they have. Um, Actually, in OGV or in GV in general, this is not that relevant as in GE or GT because they need to search for specific profiles, But it's important for us to know, as I mentioned, based on historical data, so we can have um, information about our market, and we need to focus in some careers or in some faculties. So we need to search on this information, and then we have like general information about behaviors, motivators, and also communication preference. And this is very important because we need to align our communication channels to what the customers that we are looking for, what they use. Because I mean, if they use WhatsApp and we need to contact them by email, that's not gonna work because they will never check their email, right? So we need to align with this, and also we need to transmit the correct message for them in order for us to meet their motivations and their behaviors. Then we have like the demographics information. So we need to know if most of our EPs are female or male, and about the gender and also about the ages, because We as ISEC work with people from 18 to 29, but at the end, not all of them are going to be our market because maybe they're going to be interested about GE or GT. So we need to focus also in a age gap that we need to focus on to work with them. Then we have the main challenges that they have, sorry, as customers. So basically the most common is the ones that they use as excuses, right? So maybe they can have like the timeline, their parents, or maybe the money. So we need to have very clear what are the main challenges that they have. So we need to align our product for them. And also we need to understand what are their goals and the common objections. As I mentioned, the common objections are basically the excuses that they have. So we have the university timeline, the parents would not allow them to go for an exchange, or maybe the lack of information. Then we have the development seeker, which is a different persona, and you may see that they have different challenges, different goals, and also the demographics change. And you can check all the information. It's pretty much the same in some parts, for example, the background and the demographics. But for example, this, we can check that we have here we have the gender that we have more female than male. So that's very important because we need to understand, as I mentioned, what are the most likely to buy our product. And at the end, we have the contribute to the world or be a volunteer kind of person. So we may see also that we have different background here. For example, we have philosophy, education. They also have different behaviors and motivators. And we can see here that the challenges maybe here are less than in the other personas. And we have also the goals and the common objections. So what I can rescue from this is that the common objections are pretty much the same in the three kind of personas. It's the timeline, the parents, and the lack of information. So we need to understand what are the pains of our customers. So we can sell our product as a solution for their pain or for their needs. So this is very important, as I mentioned, for you to understand and to work on your local buyer personas because at the end, the realities are different and we need to focus on what it works for us. Then we have the customer flow. So what is the customer flow? It's basically the routine that our EPs will follow during the whole process since they are strangers or visitors, as you see here in attraction. So that's when we need to sell our product and make them to sign up in Expa. And then it's necessary to provide a good follow-up to our clients so we can ensure that their experience is going to be the best during the whole process. So after they sign up, it is important to contact the sign-ups in less than 24 hours. And we need to also reflect it on the platforms, that it's mainly Expa. And it is necessary to know and to understand what are their needs and their main interests. So we can be able to provide the opportunity that best suits their profile, and we can ensure that they will have an experience, they will have a good experience and a good follow-up care from the entity that sends and the entity that receives, which is basically home entity that will be us and host entity which will be IGB. And that's why in the consideration stage, which is this one, we most promote the projects of our IR partners. And this is very important because we need also um, to give specific deadlines to our EPs so we can align them to have all this process from open to approve very fast. And okay, once our EP is contacted and he or she applied and was contacted and interviewed by IGB, we must receive a notification of acceptance from IGB. And after that, we must request the EP to make the corresponding payment and also to provide the necessary documents for the audits that we have. And then we can mark the approval in EXPA. So all of this is from the consideration stage. So once we have the approval, until the EP is realized, it's gonna be the preparation stage. So it's very important here that um, we need to nurture our EPs. We need to be sending them the information that they may need for their exchange, and we need to also deliver the OPS here in the preparation stage. So once we deliver the OPS and we align all the expectations that they may have, um, he or she is gonna go to the exchange, and once he or she is realized, we go to the experience stage. So the experience is the part in which we have to take care very close of the experience of each EP, and we need to supervise that the quality standards are being met, and at the end we should approach the EP to close the experience. So once we have the finish, our main purpose is to deliver the RIS, which is the seminar that we have at the end. And the main purpose here in the post experience is to have the complete. So for this, we need to ask the EP if all the standards were fulfilled, and if not, maybe we can have the feedback so we can take it and we can work better for the other experiences. And as I mentioned, we should approach them to close their experience and see how we can help them to reach more people. Sorry, how they can help us to reach more people. Because at the end, if we deliver a good experience, they're gonna be um, promoters of GB of the GB product. So basically, this is all the information that you may need for the customer flow. As you see, this is like a circular um, way, because at the end, if we have the complete, maybe they will be interested in taking another experience. Maybe it will be another volunteer, or maybe it will be a G or a GT. So at the end, we have also this. This is the same, but this is in a linear way. So we have attraction, consideration, preparation, experience, and post experience. So this is the same customer flow for you. And if you prefer to see it like this or like this, is the same. So basically, that's all the information for these three topics, which were value proposition, buyer personas, and customer flow. So if you have any doubt, don't hesitate to contact me. This is my WhatsApp number, so you can send me a message or a WhatsApp, and that will be it. Thank you so much.